we can say we put Bad Bunny on his first
record,
bilingual urban record ever.
Guys, thank you so much for coming. This is Talking Over Tacos, and I'm just gonna get straight into it because I'm really hungry. So,
We can eat tacos?
of course, open them. Come on, let's dig in.
All right, let's do it.
Your debut album is coming out May 30th.
Yes.
Trapical.
Trapical.
Please tell me a little bit more of that. That sounds so exciting. I just love the name, Trapical.
Originally, we had a song that we had released a long time ago with Macia, Fito Blanco, and Jitta, and we did it like, and it already had like a tropical vibe. And then like, I think that's where the name kind of started from. And then like, we were like, let's make it tropical and make it like do our own thing with it, and like have one part of the project be influenced by like a Caribbean sound, Afrobeat sound, and then kind of switch it over to like trap.
Yeah.
Hence the name. Yeah.
So it's a fusion of sounds. Like we take sounds and cultures from all around the world that have inspired us, and we've collaborated with different artists and producers from around the world. And we kind of, Trapical is basically a representation of us. You know what I mean? Every song on the album makes you move. You know, being DJs, we test a lot of these records in the clubs, so we see instant like energy. You know, whether a song or a beat is gonna like really motivate the crowd. You know what I mean? That's how we kind of like see whether a song is dope or not.
Exactly.
So let's talk a little bit more about that, because you do have a very international sound. I hear a lot of Afro, a lot of dance hall, a lot of reggaeton, trap, all of that. But I want to know, being from New York and being from Connecticut, like you hear all of that, but really what inspired you to really learn how to make that kind of music and really do it in a way that's so authentic?
I grew up around Jamaican household. Like my best friend's parents are Jamaican. And then when I moved to New York, I was around a whole bunch of Dominicans. So it's like, I feel like musically, like it kind of shaped me as like, I kind of
When we first linked up, I was anti doing anything Latin music at the time. Yeah, and this is before Latin music was popping. Because I just I wasn't, I like reggaeton, but at that time it wasn't really like a mainstream what it is today. And being Latino, you know what I mean, especially in New York City, we grew up around all cultures, from house music to Latin music, salsa, to hip hop, all these things. So like, when he was actually the person to push me to be like, yo, we need to do Latin music, and I said, yo, all right, bet. If we're gonna do this, we gotta do it our way.
Reggaeton, as you said, is a genre. It's very successful, but there was an underrepresentation for other cultures that like Spanish music. And if you were a Spanish artist, it was very much you're in your lane, and America didn't really accept you the way that they do now.
Back in the day, reggaeton was very Puerto Rican and Dominican. You know what I mean? Coming to the West Coast like 10 years ago when I used to come out here, reggaeton wasn't as big as it was in the East Coast. And you could just tell the context, even the artists, it was a disconnect. Now, I remember when Bad Bunny first started coming out, it was huge in New York already, but coming out here, he wasn't big. And then I remember the first time I was in Santa Monica or something, like we was in Santa Monica and we heard Bad Bunny playing, and it was like a little Mexican family, and it was like, yo, it's a rap. Like if the Mexicans are supporting us, this is crazy. Like that's how I knew it was changing.
I do want to ask how the Bad Bunny Give It Up song came about.
So the way the Bad Bunny story happened, this is when we first met, right? And there was an artist I was working with, his name is Adimelo, and like, he's a Puerto Rican like rapper from Connecticut, and like he was like blowing up. And then like one day he was just like, yo, Tory Lanez is coming to Connecticut, should I get a feature? And I was like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? It just happened like that. And he was like, all right, bet. And then one day he called me, he was like, yo, I'm about to send you the MP3 right now of Tory on the record that we did. Fast forward, we were gonna do a release. He unfortunately had passed away. So we were like stuck. We were sitting on it for almost a year, I think, right?
We had this verse. We had both of his verse. It was Tory Lanez and Dimelo, and we had this verse. And one of our friends was, we're trying to figure out our identity, and what we're gonna do with the songs we had. We had Is You already out, and a friend of mine was like, yo, you should get Messia. And Messia was really big at the time in the East Coast. And we linked up with Messia, and we did a dope ass session with him. We did a killer verse.
Shout out to Flipstar. Yeah.
And then I think we sat on that for a minute. And then we were trying to decide how we're gonna release it. And then I wanna say like 6 months go by and Messia hits me up and was like, yo, how do you feel if Bad Bunny hops on the record?
Yeah, that was
mind
crazy.
you, at this time, Bad Bunny wasn't what he is today. He just had Soy Peor. That was like the biggest record at the time, and it was just bubbling in New York, and it was a big Caribbean, you know, like, it was just a big East Coast record at that time. He wasn't huge.
So what was your response to that?
I knew he was dope.
Hell
I knew
yeah.
he was a completely different type of
I knew he was gonna
artist.
be a superstar.
Fast forward, another like few months go by, and he sends us like a voice note.
Yeah, just a
And
voice note.
Just a
Teasing
voice
us.
note. And at this time, Bad Bunny's becoming bigger and bigger. He has more features. At that time, I think he did a record with J Balvin at the time. And he sends us the voice note with Bad Bunny. We're like, oh shit.
We just looked at each other like we was
We
on
were
the
like,
studio.
yo,
All
this
this
is
shit.
fire. It was just fire.
But
So now-
I mean, after like directly after that happened, and we got the vocals, we mixed it and everything. Excuse me, we still sat on it for a while because we was trying to get the clearances and all that,
Yeah.
and everybody just. Before everybody was like, "Oh, just hit me
'Cause
whenever
at
you
that
need anything,"
time-
and then all of a sudden, quiet.
Right, because at that time, nobody was doing...
Crazy.
There
To
was
think
no
that
ur-
Bad Bunny wasn't who he is today
Yeah,
at some point
no.
is just crazy because he's so monumental to
100%,
our generation.
100%.
you know?
And we can say we put Bad Bunny on his first
Record.
bilingual urban record ever.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's what we did. And,
That's
and the
a
crazy
huge
thing is, at that
accomplishment.
time, there was no cross genres happening besides Despacito. Despacito was big at that time.
So you're talking 2013?
14.
Yeah.
15, around
Okay.
that. Yeah, yeah.
And then like so we just looked at each other one day. We're like, "Yo, we're not getting in touch with anybody, right? Fuck it, we gonna drop the record." And he was like, "You sure?" I was like,
Yeah. And at
We
that
dropping the
time,
record.
we had Spotify, Apple Music, who was really supporting us. And then Puyas hit us up, and he was like, he was supporting one of our other records at
Apple
the time.
Music,
and we
yeah.
told him, hey, we got this Tory Lanez Bad Bunny Messia record. He heard it. He was like, bro, I want to get behind this. I want to support you guys. We want to do a whole rollout. We're gonna do an interview with Ebro. We're gonna do a whole. They put like a huge banner on iTunes, and at this time we're still hitting up Tory Lanez's people, and we're like, yo, we want to release this record, and they're just giving us the runaround.
Shout out Tory Lanez. We love you, but
Shout out.
you know,
Thank you, brother.
you're representing our community, so we're really happy about that.
So what happened was the song comes out. Huge release. It's all over iTunes. They did a big banner. Breakfast in Vegas, Bad Bunny, Tory Lanez.
comes
Messia.
out Friday, I think. I get a call like 7 in the morning. I don't wake up at 7 in the morning. I get a call, and I'm like, who's calling me? Because it's a Florida number,
Yeah.
Miami number. And they're like, take it down. Blah, 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 blah,
Oh, so you
blah.
guys had issues with the record?
At first.
Yeah, at first. And then I was like, bro, I'm not taking it down. Listen to me. I'm
was like,
gonna text you his Instagram.
Yeah, his
Check him out
Instagram.
first. And then he goes up there. He got Bad Bunny has more fans than him, more
Oh,
engagement.
that's
At that time, so
crazy.
then
And
like
he's like-
10, 15 minutes later, they're like, so how can we do more records with Bad Bunny?
like that, like a switch. Like,
Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Yes.
Clearly, you guys were not hungry.
Not
I mean,
at
everything
all.
is gone. You know, it's actually the first interview where everybody eats all the tacos.
Really?
So
I mean, we hungry. We're
little
growing
hungry.
boys.
May 30th, guys.
yes, the album comes out May 30th.
May 30th, Trapical.
Yes.
And where can they find you on social?
Breakfast, the letter N, Vegas.
At Breakfast in Vegas.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Check out their new up and coming EP, Trapical. I'm excited.